Hello. Finally, I don't know. It just stopped working. My what webcam wasn't catching my sound and all, and because of that thing. Hello. Finally, I don't know. It just stopped. Okay, so everything's right now. Right, everything's fine right now. Let's simply get started from here on. Sorry for not being audible. And right now we can just simply get started. Alrighty then. So without any further delay, let's get going. And we had to do these many things. So ultimately, let the user join the meeting and also let's simply focus on it. So what is happening here? From the participant, I'm getting these many things: ID, username, meeting ID, and all. And once the host actually allowed, even after that, I will be checking whether the meeting exists or not. If the meeting does not exist, in that case, I will be returning the user, as simple as that. So const meeting is gonna be what? Meeting is going to be meetings and participant I already have it here, right? Don't I have it? Okay, that's gonna be coming from the payload. So payload dot participant dot meeting ID. So first of all, I will be getting the meeting. So first of all, let me do one thing: const granted and participant. They are gonna be coming from payload section. So once I have granted and all, so first of all, even I will check whether the meeting actually exists or not. So it's gonna be like this participant dot meeting ID. Once I know that if the meeting does not exist, in that case, what will I be doing? If the meeting does not exist, in that case, clg meeting doesn't exist. Suppose user allowed and then something got wrong. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Meeting doesn't exist, and I'm gonna be returning from here, just like this. This is just the extra check that I'm doing here. Apart from this particular thing, if the meeting actually exists, and after that, if granted, that simply means the host actually allowed you, then add the participant to the meeting. Otherwise, if not granted, in that case, I'm going to emit which message? I'm going to emit a deny event. So kind of send a deny message back to the user. So let's focus on this particular part. How will I send the deny message to the user? So first of all, of course, I will have to create the message here. So that's gonna be message. Message will have the labels. When it comes to the not just labels, just a label, and labels dot normal process. It will have some data. Data will have the type. Type will have deny join permission. Types dot. So I don't have that particular type right now, so let me add that. So the next type, that's gonna be deny joining meeting. I think this is gonna be okay. Deny joining meeting, and this is how it's gonna be going on. So I do have that type right now, and once I have that type, so types dot deny joining meeting. So this is gonna be the type. Apart from this particular thing, I have to just simply send the payload as well. What will be the payload? Payload is actually gonna be nothing but the information of the user. So ultimately participant, just like this. So I'm gonna be sending this much, and once I have my message, after that I need my WebSocket. The question is, how am I going to get the WebSocket? And the answer is, I can get the WebSocket using the ID of the user. So I already have the participant, so I can say const WebSocket is gonna be equals to WebSocket connection is gonna be equals to connections and participant dot ID. This way I will get the ID of the connection of the participant. After that, WebSocket dot send JSON dot stringify, and I'm gonna be sending the message. So this is the WebSocket of that particular user, and the message is gonna be sent to that particular WebSocket connection only. Ultimately, this thing is done. Apart from this particular thing, once I've done this much, after that, let's simply handle this granted thing. So granted in the sense the host has allowed the user. Once the host has actually allowed the user, then what will happen? The user is gonna join the meeting, as simple as that. And once the user joins the meeting, so I have to make it the part of, I already have the participant, so I can just simply say that I already have the meeting as well. So meeting dot participants dot push, I'm gonna be pushing what? I'm gonna be pushing what? Participant over here. So ultimately this is done. So here I push the participant there. Anything else that I can do? It has been granted, otherwise I'm sending a response back. Once this is done, participant actually got added, then I have to get the other participants. So as the participant actually got added, alrighty, for some reason the network connection got disconnected, but right now I'm back, and let's simply continue from here on. Hope the meeting did not get the live, yeah, it did not end. Yeah, okay, so I was here. So what I was just simply saying that here I have the meeting, so let's simply get the other participants before even joining this particular participant. So once I got my meeting, const other participants in the sense meeting dot participants, just like this. So over here I got my other participants. Once I have my other participants, then I'm actually the new participant, actually the new one. Okay, so once I've added the new participant, that's okay. What is the next thing that I have to do? I have my other participants. I've even added the new participants to the participant. Now the next job is going to be inform others about the new participant and inform new participant about others, something like this. So this is the job that I have to get done. Inform others about the new participant. I already have the new participant over here. How will I inform others? For informing others, I need to have other participants. I have them. Once I have them, so I can get their connection IDs. That is right. Once I get their connection IDs, so let me do one thing. Other participants, okay, dot for each, I will be getting participant here. Once I get the participant, after that what will I be doing? Because I have to inform others, that means I need their WebSocket. So I have the participant, so I can get the connection ID. So const WebSocket is gonna be what? WebSocket is gonna be connections dot participant dot ID. So this way I will get the WebSocket. Okay, I have the WebSocket. What do I have to have next? I need to have the message, of course, and let me create the message as well. So message is gonna be what? Labels dot normal process, and data, it will have the type as well. Again, the type is going to be different this time. So types dot, I will have to create a new type, and the new type is going to be inform others about new participant. This is gonna be the type. Inform others about new participants. Apart from this particular thing, I need to have one more type. It's gonna be inform new participant about others, just like this. So ultimately these new types, call them events, it doesn't really matter, but I need to have both of them here. Okay, closing this, and types dot inform right now others about new participants. And what is gonna be the payload? Payload is gonna be nothing but the new participant. So new don't I have that? This is still a participant. Okay, so participant, so this participant is gonna be the payload. That's great. So I have even my message, and after that I can just simply say WebSocket.send JSON.stringify and just send the message from here. That's it. So ultimately, whose WebSocket is this? This is the WebSocket of the participant. So I will be looping through the other participants. I will be getting their WebSockets. Once I get their WebSockets, I'm gonna be creating the message. Once I have the message, I'm just simply gonna be sending it. This is the simple thing. And yeah, this is it. Do I have to worry about anything else? Not really. I think overall done. If we face the issues, then I'll be back here and I'll fix it. But for now, I think this should be enough. And then inform new participant about others. So const I already have the connection ID for the new participants. This is the WebSocket. Let me get it here. WebSocket is gonna be for the new participant. I hope I don't have at the top. Yeah, I'm gonna be just simply copying and pasting, just like this. Once I have the WebSocket of the new participant, after that, what will I be doing? I will be informing that. So of course I have to create the message. So const message is gonna be what? Again the same copy paste stuff. And one more thing, you are having to do this much mainly when you work with what? WebSocket, pure WebSocket. Otherwise, if you are using socket.io, you can just, it is quite straightforward. Type is gonna be what? Type is gonna be inform new participant about others. And right now the payload is actually gonna be other participants, and this is where the problem occurs. So far, what have I been doing? Inside the payload, the main payload, I've been making it the participant. That's not really a good way to go with the things. So it's better to organize the things the right way. That simply means inside payload itself is gonna be object, and I will have other participants like this. In the same way, I will be making this change. So payload dot other participants. Similarly, I will be getting payload dot participants, just like this. By the way, let me get it done, and once this is done, other participants will contain other participants apart from yourself. And ws.send json.stringify and send the message. So ultimately I've done this. The thing that I've been doing wrong, that is this. I mean, this is not wrong, this will still work, but this is not the best way. So what will I do? Payload is actually gonna be an object. That object will contain the participant. So this is how I'm gonna be going ahead. That simply means I will have to change the types at many places. At many places in the sense, when I got connected for the first time, web and signaling, where is that signaling? TS server.ts. Okay, I'm on the server side and time. Yeah, I am. Let me go to this lib signaling.ts. Inside this, when I got connected for the first time, I sent the message from here, and when I sent the message, so message got received there, and inside this message I sent the payload, and ultimately I directly sent the message. What should I have done? Because at the end this is the payload, right? Okay, message can be sent directly from here, that's not really a big problem. But when it comes to this payload, it should be an object. This is what I wanted. So this object will contain the current participant. This is how I'm gonna be going ahead. As for the message, this is fine, I'm not really worried about this. Okay, because message itself contains many things. This payload should not be just direct, rather it should be having current participant like this. And what should be the name of this? Current participant I'm sending, right? So the name cannot be current participant directly. Let me name it participant, just like this. Or even better, joining participant. Okay, participant, that's fine. So with this I'm just simply sending the participant. This participant will go to the socket side, I mean socket server side. So WebSocket server.ts, everything is fine. And whenever I'm handling asked to connect over here, so in this particular case, what in this particular case, asked to connect inside the payload, now there is something called participant. So it's not gonna be like this, rather I will be getting participant like payload, but there is something called payload.participant. So I can say, just a minute, this is called handle asked to connect, and handle asked to connect, before that handler. So inside this handler I'm just simply sending the payload. That's great if I'm sending the payload, but that payload contains many things, that is right. So inside this I'm getting this payload, but that payload itself contains like participant. So I'm gonna be making it like this, participant. I'm gonna be kind of not destructuring it, but this is sort of destructuring. Yeah, actually it is destructuring. So participant, and the type of participant is gonna be participant. So this is how it's gonna be going on. So ultimately, in this particular section, I got my payload, but again, I could have done it like this or the other way as well. Other way in the sense, I can just simply have the value of payload over here, payload, and I can just give it the type. Give it this type, so payload is gonna be having this particular type, and from the payload then I'm gonna be getting the participant, or I can destructure it directly over here. So this way I'm destructuring directly, and from the payload I'm directly getting the participant. Once I got the participant, so from the participant I'm gonna be getting the meeting ID and all. Once I have that, so this particular participant is gonna be here as well. So even this participant, let me remove this. This is gonna be a new participant, that is for sure. So participant, once I got the participant, I got the meeting ID and all. After that, because I'm handling handle ask to connect, so ultimately this is being handled. So this is no doubt gonna be new participant. Once this much is done, after that, new participant. So let me do one thing. It doesn't really matter much. I can be back here, and instead of sending naming it participant, I'm gonna be naming it new participant. Again, this is completely option what you wanna name it. As I name it new participant over here, so I can just simply destructured new participant here as well. Once I have this new participant here, Control C, Control V, and once I have it here, from the new participants I got the meeting ID and all. And after all, overall things are fine here. And after that, what am I doing? First of all, new participant, what is the issue? Okay, this type is the problem, new participant. And once I got this new participant over here, or let me do one thing, cut it from here. Okay, let it be, doesn't really matter. I'm fine with this for now. Later I can just create a specific type for this particular payload. That doesn't matter much here. Okay, coming back to this one, first of all I'm checking whether a meeting exists or not, and then after checking, after that I'm checking whether there is a host in the meeting. If there is no host, I'm just the current user will become the host as well, and then connected to host, this particular event will be sent, and this is how it's gonna be going ahead. Instead of sending just the payload, I'm gonna be sending the new participant. So I have to just fix this connected host again, and apart from this particular thing, new participant or host, it doesn't matter, new participant is even better. And this thing is done. Apart from this particular thing, again I'm sending the payload here. So when sending the payload, new participant should be here, and that's it, the job is done. So I have to take care of two things, requested to join meeting and connect host. I have to fix this over there as well. So inside signaling.ts, okay, that's inside signaling.ts, when I'm getting the message, that can be normal process. Inside normal process, handle a request to join meeting, and inside this, when I'm getting the payload, how am I getting the payload? Well, this is wrong actually. That payload itself contains what? That payload itself contains new participant, and the type of that particular new participant is gonna be, let me copy it, let me paste it. Later I can make it better, but for now this is enough. So new participant and participant. So this is how it's gonna be going ahead. So the name is still new participant because I named it there, and the payload contains that right now. So instead of sending the payload here, I will be sending the new participant. That is it. Once I have done this much, and this is all about when I'm actually handling to join meeting. And there is one more thing, that is connect host. I haven't done that yet. That simply means there is another type inside types. So let me check that whether I have it here or not. Dot, I do have connect host, but I'm not using it here. Okay, never mind. So there's another thing, another case where types is actually gonna be equals to connect host, and what I have to do, handle connect host, and it will be getting data.payload, just like this. and I'm gonna be breaking it from here. Again, this does not exist yet, so let me cut it from here because this is gonna be the first thing that will be happening. So I'm gonna be keeping it at the top. Having said that, the sequence doesn't really matter, but before even other user can request to join the meeting, I will have to connect the host, and that is why I'm gonna be keeping it here. And for this thing I will have to even create a function on the client side, of course. I hope this is the client side here. So first of all, I will be connecting the host to export form function, not form, handle connect host like this, and then here I will be getting the payload. So either I write payload like this, or I can just simply destructure it, and when I'm destructuring it, I'm gonna be getting the new participant, and that new participant is nothing but the host, no one but the host. And new participant type is gonna be what new participant type is gonna be participant. Again, I can create proper types for that. That's not really a big problem, that can be done any time, but overall things are fine. Okay, what do I have to do? Once the host tries to create the meeting, that host got even added, then I send this message back to the host, handle connect host. And what will this handle connect host will do? Why do I need to inform the host? Because I had the information, so I had the current user, right? So current participant, but the value of is host was what was false here. If I show you the current user inside my meeting participant, so if I go to the store meeting.ts, I have the current participant. The value is null, by the way, but at the end of the day, when it comes to the state, so the current participant is nothing but a participant, and it has the value called is host, and by default I saved it as false. By default is host is actually false. So whenever a user becomes a host, I have to inform that particular user, and once that user informed, that particular is host value will become from true to false to true. I hope it does make sense. So what I wanna do here, as soon as I'm handling the connect host, that simply means whenever a user becomes the host, the user will be informed here. And after that, what do I have to do? After that, I have to change the value. So there's gonna be an action here. So let me create an action. What will this action do? This action will be responsible for making the host what? Then this action will be responsible for setting the host. That's simple. So I have set current participant, and then I will have one more action, set host, nothing, that's it. And current participant, set host, it's gonna be somewhat like this. What will it be getting? First of all, when it comes to this set host, so it will be getting participant, and it will be changing the current participant. It's just gonna be like that. So it will be getting the participant, the type of the participant is gonna be this. Once it gets the participant, what will it be doing? It will be changing the value of the current participant. That simply means set, again using state, it will get that, and it will be changing the current participant, as simple as that. Again, current participant was set already. It had many things like ID and all, and right now it will have the same info. So I'm gonna be just simply setting the current participant again, and this time the value of the host will be changed. So set, and I will get the state. Do I need to have the state, or I can just directly set current participant is gonna be equals to participant? So this should work too. Okay, I'm using set twice, sorry for that. Let me not use this. So this is how it's definitely gonna be working. So what I'm doing, okay, it did have the value even before, but the value of is host was false, and right now when I'm setting host again, so it's gonna be true, as simple as that. So that's okay, this is not gonna be problematic at all. And the another thing is that either I do only this much, that I change the whole object, or I change only one field in the object. That is also possible. So when it comes to setting the host, so what will I do? This is also possible. We can go with this. And the another way over here, that is I have to set the current participant, but not only that. What do I have to do in this case? Just a minute. I definitely need the state so that I can get the current participant. So let me do it like this. Once I have the state, so using the state I can get the current participant. So const current participant is gonna be state dot current participant. So I got the value of the, of course at the end I have to return from here something. Let me return current participant only. But once I got this much, what is the problem here? Okay, forget about that. So from here something needs to be returned, and if current participant is getting returned, so what is the issue with this? Null is not assignable to type state actions partial. Null. What does null mean? Okay, it can be either. Okay, got it. So let me, if not current participant, return. That will also not work. The value can actually be null. So what option do I have now? I definitely need the state, right? And then I return some value from here. And this time I'm gonna be changing what? I can do it like this, can't I? But I have to just directly set the value. I think I should directly set the user like changing something inside the object, state object. So set is directly used for setting the value directly. Now if I want to change a field inside that, how will I be doing that? So it's not about I want to change the current participant. I want to change a field inside the current participant, nothing else. So state dot current participant dot is host is going to be set to true, but this is not going to be working. So in that case I have only one option, that is current. I definitely need to set the current participant anyhow, so not like this. Current participant is gonna be equals to this. State current participant is host, that's gonna be equals to true. I'm setting the value. What is the issue? The issue is that I'm not returning the. Okay, got it. I can fix it. By the way, current participant. Okay, what is going to be the value of the current participant? The value of the current participant is gonna be nothing but an object. Yes or no? Yes. And what will I do here? State dot current participant, I'll have to destructure it just like this, and after that is host is gonna be true. Any problem? एक problem क्या, बहुत सारी problems है. Okay, never mind. So just a sec. I have the state, and from here I'm returning the value of the current participant. That's great. If I just don't use this, then is this gonna be fine? State dot current participant, I'm gonna be getting it should be fine. What is the issue here? Type string or undefined is not assignable to type string. Undefined. This goes away in this case. The value of the current participant can be null, and because of that thing it's being shown as undefined. By the way, if I do it this much and is host is actually gonna be true. How about this? Again, this I can't do it directly. I have to even first of all check whether the participant that I'm getting, that's the right participant or not. But this is how it's gonna be working. Ultimately, I will be getting a participant. The easiest way is to just simply set the participant, replace the current previous participant with the new one, and the job is going to be done. The another way is that just simply change the value here, and that's it. Again, when it comes to this, so before even changing this, I will have to change one thing. What? I will have to check one thing. So what is that thing? Participant that I'm getting, and that will have the ID, if that id is triple equals to state dot current participant dot id, in that case true, otherwise false. And now it is just simply saying what, state dot current part is possibly null. Yeah, that's right, it is possibly null. So in that case, make sure that it does exist. This is how you can just simply go ahead. Again, this is not enough. Why is this not enough? Like, I'm having to use this punctuation mark here. I think this is, what is this called? I'm so bad at this. Name of this. Arey bhai, punctuation marks. Exclamation mark, yeah, come on. So this is called exclamation mark. So this thing is done. Having said that, if I just remove it here, the new problem, and if I remove it from here, again new problem. So let me first of all fix this. How can I fix this? Nope, this cannot be fixed like that. In that case, first of all, I will have to check whether this exists or not. That's right. How can I check that? For that thing, I will have to create a function inside the object. Crazy job. But okay, let me just use this. I know that it does exist. Any better way? It is just simply saying that the value may not exist, and that is okay. I agree with that. And that simply means I have to return an object at the end of the day. So ultimately, I have to return this much. So let me cut it. But that doesn't mean I cannot create a function, and I can return it like this. Will this be okay? Yeah, it will be okay. And when I'm doing it like this, over here I can check what if, then of course at the end I still need to return a function. Okay, I will be returning null. Yeah, null can be there. So if state dot current participant, if state dot current participant does not exist, in that case return, but it will be problematic, so return null. Won't it be fine? Null is not assignable to type state actions. Null is not assignable. Okay, not this. Return current participant null. Yeah, great job. That simply means if I don't use this now, it's gonna be fine. Yeah, so I'm checking it globally. So this is all I'm doing. It's quite bad, I know it is. I mean, I'm writing this much logic for a simple functionality. Like, I just want to change this. So current participant will still be replaced with the info of the current participant and with the new property. And what is the easiest way over here? Thankfully, I've written this. I wanted to check whether I can write the code on my own. Like, I can write this kind of logic or not. And of course, it's written and it will definitely work. What is the another way? The another way is that don't do anything. I mean, seriously, don't do anything. Let's simply set and don't even set current participant is gonna be equals to the participant. That's simple. Why? Because the participant that I'm actually getting from the database, this already contains all the information for the participant. I'm directly gonna be setting to that, and it will just set is host to true, as simple as that. So no problem as such. Okay, what is the issue here? String is not assignable to active. String is not assignable to active panel. String is not assignable to active panel. Active panel. No, it should be assignable. Don't know. People keep getting, and sorry, these functions, these actions and states, they keep getting angry. Sometimes they, okay, reload it first of all. I hope that should not be happening. I mean, reload window first of all, and let me check, am I still gonna be getting that? I will be updating it later, and now I'm not getting it. Configure, Control Shift F. Okay, never mind, this is fine right now. So ultimately, overall things are done. Calm down and let's go to the next step. So what I did, I just simply set the host. When set the host, I don't even need the state. So let me remove the state as well. because that is not needed. So I'm just simply gonna be setting the participant that I'm getting to the current participant and the job will be done. Okay, so no need to worry about anything else. Apart from this particular thing, host other participants I have over here. The question is, I have the current participant, that is good, and then I have other participants. Newly joined participant, okay, is going to be here, and joining participants are gonna be here. That's great. Other participant, should the host be the part of other participants or not? Suppose there is other part, what will I do with using that other participant? Using the other participant, I'm gonna be getting the remote IDs and all. Other participants in the sense, apart from you, all those people. So okay, you are gonna be the current participant, other participants are gonna be here. Other participants in the sense, you as a user should be the current user, and other participants apart from you, all those people are gonna be the part of this particular array. Okay, then this thing is done. What is the next thing that we can do? Host is done. So whenever I was notifying the host, so normal process, coming back to handle connect host, and I think I need to import it. So let's import it. Once it is imported, let's go back here, and this is where we were stuck. So we got the new participants. Yeah, we got that. What do we have to do? We have to set the host, because of course handle connect, we are handling the connect host, right? So const set host is gonna be equals to use meeting. Is that possible? I can get the meeting directly from the store. So use meeting from the store dot get state. I will have to get, because this is not a component. Because of that thing, of course we cannot use the hook directly. That simply means I'm just getting the use meeting store that I created. Use meeting dot what set host. Again, not getting the suggestion here, because of course I haven't added it there. I haven't added the type. So let me go to this use meeting. Inside this meeting I will go to actions, and just below set current participant I will add a set host. It will get the participant type is gonna be participant, will be returning void, and this is how it's gonna be going ahead. So coming back to what? Coming back to this normal server process. I got set host. I should be getting the type set host. Yeah, I'm getting the suggestions here. Once this much is done, then simply set host, and I am gonna be passing the new participants over here, and that's it. The job is gonna be done. Is that so? Is the job is really done? It gets the participant. Once it gets the yeah, the job is really done. It gets the participant. The participant is just normal parameter over here. So that simply means whatever I pass from there will be here. So what am I passing? I'm directly passing the new participant. It doesn't really matter, because this is not an object, so the name does not need to be the same. So if I'm passing it from here, that's fine. Having said that, if I want to rename it exactly the same, so I can just simply go here, and this participant, right? So new, I can name it new participant. It's completely up to me, and I can just simply keep it here. That doesn't really matter. But new participant is gonna be ultimately current participant. This is how it's gonna be going on. If I want to keep the naming convention same, otherwise that doesn't really matter much. Of course I'll have to change it here, new participant, and that is it. Alrighty then, this much we've done. Now we have set the host, and once the host is set, the overall state should be changed, and that's fine. So process handler. Do I need to do anything else here? Once the host got connected, I'm just simply setting the host info on the front end side and nothing else, and that is it. I mean, that's of course only this much I have to do. And then when the requester, the user is trying to join the meeting, I'm opening the model, I'm setting the joining participants, because of course they need to be the part of an array, so that I can just simply allow them all or deny them all whenever I want. So let's simply collapse this as well, and participant, this is fine as well. And after that, when I'm actually giving them the permission, at that time the logic hasn't been even written. Let's go to the server side. Let me check if there's anything wrong or everything's fine. Otherwise we will move to the next step. server.ts over here. We are getting the messages over here, labels are here, normal process, we have two processes over here. Handle to connect, we are handling it quite well in the sense we are just simply passing the payload in the form of an object. So let's simply close this, and in this particular section, handle grant join permission, I will get it when the user the host actually allows it on the front end side. And when it comes to this, so meeting doesn't exist, connect to the participants. When it comes to this particular when I'm informing others, okay, so granted, if granted, inform others about the new participant. So payload is gonna be equals to participant, right? That's bad. Even when I'm actually granting the permission, so let's name it new participant instead of naming it just participant, because if I go to the front end side, from where am I granting the permission? From the model, right? So if I go to this peer connection app, meeting ID, components, panel, and participants model. Okay, here. So what am I doing here? I'm just simply granting the permission over here. So when granting the permission, in the payload itself contains two things. Payload contains the granted and this participant. Instead of naming it just participant, I'm gonna be naming it new participant, so that I know that okay, this is going to be the new participant. Once I've named it this, so I'm gonna be naming the same here as well. So handle process and here handle normal process, handle grant process, grant joining process and all, getting the payload in this particular section. It should be now new participant. Again, this is personal choice, doesn't really matter. Once I have this participant over here, so new participant, I will get the meeting ID from the new participant, checking the meeting whether that exists or not, and after that I'm gonna be adding the new participant to the participants array on the server side. And once that is done, then I'm gonna be informing other participants, and other participants, oh sorry, I need to inform the other participants. That simply means I have to send the value of the new participant instead of this same participant. Sorry for that, that was my bad. So in this way, what would happen ki same participant is gonna be getting the his own information. So what I have to do, I have to inform other participants, but with the information of the new participant. This is how it's gonna be going on. And lastly, new participant ID, I will be getting the WebSocket connection, and once I got the WebSocket connection, I'm gonna be just simply sending the message to the new participant as well. So overall, this is how the things are going on. If you want to even make it shorter, so you can just simply cut it, copy it, cut it, whatever you want, and you can just simply replace it with this question mark, and this can also be done, but this is not readable, and because of that thing, I'm just making it like this. This should be definitely participant. That's bad. New participant. Any problem? Got the WebSocket connection, created the message. Once the message is created, sent it to the other participants. I mean, this is how it went. So overall, things are done. So we are informing ourselves as well as others. This particular section is done as well. And one more thing, when we are actually denying at that time, new participants need to be sent to the new participant again. Come on, new participant. Okay, something like this. So when the message actually got denied, the permission actually got denied, so creating a message, and this message contains the new participant that actually got denied, and connections and all, and just simply sending the message to that particular participant, and that is it, nothing else. Simple. So this particular section is done as well. Now we have to go to the front end side, and we have to handle some of the things. What are those things? The things are, I'm handling the grant join permission, and when I'm handling this, I'm gonna be sending three events are gonna be sent to the front end side. First of all, inform others about me, inform me about others, and deny permission, right? So if I go to this, close this first of all, go to the front end side. Let me close this. I have to go to the front end side. And the signaling, again, that is gonna be normal process, and I am handling normal process over here. And the process is, if that is the handle connect host, that can be handle connect host, that's great. Then that can be request to join meeting as well to the front end side. So if somebody joins a request to join meeting, it will be triggered to the host, that's okay. So first of all is the connect host, second one is the request to join meeting. What is going to the third one? Interesting. Case types, अरे भाई ऐसे नहीं, types dot what, grant join permission, okay, this needs to be triggered. Aren't we doing that thing? Just a minute. Grant joining permission, when should this be triggered? Okay, this needs to be triggered from the front end to the back end, ultimately from the client side to the signaling server. That is fine, because host will allow on the client side, then this particular event will be sent to the signaling server side, and that is fine. And then we have inform new and inform others. So inform others about the new participant, handle inform others, it's gonna be simple, handle inform others about new participant data dot. Just give me 1 minute, even not even that, I'll be back. I have to just simply open the door and then I'll be back. Until then, just have fun. I'm gonna be back soon. Alrighty, here we are. Okay, sorry for that. Let's continue. So handle inform others about new participant, and then we need to have one more case types dot, what is gonna be the next type? Inform new participant about others. So handle inform new participant about others. Again, it will take data dot. We have to create this break. Anything else? Type dot. Request to join permission done. Inform others done. This is also done. Deny. Okay, this is also remaining. This is the good thing. Like, you have to create a global level constants, and then you will be able to check whatever you did on the backend side, have you done on the front end side as well or not. Case types dot deny joining permission, handle deny joining permission. Again, data dot payload and break. अरे भाई इतना भी नहीं, आराम से. Okay, so this much I've done, and of course I have to get the job done, whatever I'm supposed to be doing here. So it's time to just simply create these functions. They are normal server process related functions or not? Yeah, they are normal server process. So first of all, this one, control C. Again, here I will be getting the payload. The question is, what will this payload contain? I will get the payload for sure. Payload. Let's keep it any type. I will be giving it the type. It's not like I will not give it the type. But first of all, I need to be sure about that, right? Handle inform others. So yeah, handle inform new participant about others. I will be getting the payload. Let's keep it any for now. And lastly, export function handle deny. Again, I will be getting the payload here as well. Let's keep it any for now. I will be changing it very soon. This is how I'm gonna be going ahead. Coming back to this, let me import this. Okay, so this much we've done. So great job. First of all, we handled connect host, then we handled request to join meeting, inform others, inform new participant, deny. So let's take care of this thing first of all. Handle deny, why not? But okay, when handling deny, what am I doing? When handling deny, let me go to the backend here. Even not this here. Where is this coming from? This is a WebSocket server, right? So server.ts. So inside server. Let me go to handle normal process. and when handling normal process, I have handle ask to connect and handle ground permission. So ultimately two things, two kind of events I'm getting here. When handling ask to connect to, okay, this is almost done. Handle join permission, this is gonna be happening there. Okay, so let me close this. Coming back to this, handle ask to connect. From here, what all events I'm sending? First one is the request to join, that is I already handled it. Connect host, I have already handled this. So okay, let's not worry about this one. Something's burning around me. I hope there's nothing wrong with my computer, otherwise I'm gone. Okay, then after that, when I'm actually handling grant join permission, at that time first event I'm sending this deny joining meeting, and I'm sending the new participant from here, right? So in the payload, new participant is being sent. Okay, great. So I will be back here, and when I'm actually handling this, so I will be getting new participant over here. What is gonna be the type of this? The type is gonna be new. Okay, new participant, and that's gonna be participant. That participant info is always gonna be the same, the type. Okay, again later I will be creating separate types for it all, but okay, we'll do it later. That's it's not kind of compulsory for now. Okay, coming back to this one, handle deny joining permissions. What do I have to do? What I have to just simply disconnect the socket and redirect the user to the home screen. I think this is it. Disconnect the socket. Question is, how will I get the socket? So getting the socket is not a problem. Const socket or web socket is gonna be equals to get a ws socket connection. From here I will get that, and ws.disconnect is that close. Yeah, I can close it, right? So I can close it. The WebSocket close method closes the WebSocket connection or connection attempt if the connection is already closed. This method does nothing. Okay, that's great. And what do I have to do next? The next thing is that once the collection is closed, I don't even need this participant info here. Once the connection is closed, then I have to redirect the user to the front end, the another page. I cannot use router, but I can definitely use what? In Next.js, what else do you get? Navigator. I hope so. Or navigate. Let's go to Next.js website. Next.js, documentation. So linking, navigating, and link is here. Client side and slow dynamic segments without loading, client server rendering. Navigate. I don't really have it here. Okay, what is the next thing that I can do? Functions. Inside functions. Okay, not functions actually. So what else? I have file system conventions. Okay, so what do you wanna know about? I wanna know about routing.js. Or not this one, yeah. There was something I'm missing, that crazy. Components, font, directives. So ultimately now exploring almost everything. Font, image, link, script, default, dynamic, error, forbidden, infrastructure, layout, loading, page, parallel, public, route, source, template, after, cache, headers not found, refresh, redirect. Okay, then so this redirect comes from this next navigation. I think this is the redirect one. Yeah, I need to import this. So redirect from next navigation, and where am I gonna be redirecting to the dashboard? Okay, as soon as the WebSocket connection closes, I have to handle it on the server side as well. Handling it on the server side in the sense server.ts, this error. Do we have disconnect as well? Don't know. ws.on close. Oh, close. This should be triggered. Close. Web socket connection closed. Let me cut it from here and just paste it here. What else? What other events do we have? ws.on. I have close, error, message, open, ping pong. This is just for the message. Okay, redirect, upgrade. Yeah, this is fine. So especially when the host actually denies it, at that time this will be triggered. Again, it's not the end. I have to write the logic properly so that once the connection gets disconnected, I have to even remove the user, right? So from the server side, if okay, I'm disconnecting the user, at that time this will be triggered, that is fine. Apart from this particular thing, if somebody actually leaves the meeting, at that time the socket connection is gonna be disconnected, and at that time it will be triggered as well. And as it gets triggered, I have to remove the user from the server side. So that is the job. Ultimately, handle the logic of removing the user from from the server side. Okay, I need to focus on, okay, it's good. I don't even need to focus on my typing that much. It's more than enough. Okay. So this particular thing is done. Great job. What is the next thing? Over here I'm handling the things one by one. I could have handled them in another file, because over the I'm actually handling them in the other file. When I'm getting the message, I have different types of processes and all. So yeah, we are doing it. I thought I was doing everything in the same file. It's not like that. So what is the next thing? The next thing is that okay, user got disconnected. I have to write the logic over here as well, but we will write it later. And now the host should be able to allow or deny. Host is even able to do that, and when host is able to do that, then what will happen? I have to inform, because that person has joined. Yeah, so informing thing. So many things at the same time. Let's go to what I have to inform, right? And inside this normal process, I have handled this deny thing. And then let's talk about this one. Handle inform others about new participants. So simply said, let's see, I will have to even check what exactly am I sending here. So what am I sending here? Let me check that. So let me go to this normal server. This is the normal server process of the server, and this is gonna be for the backend client side. So from here, okay, this is the deny permission. I got that. When I'm actually informing others about the new participant, I'm sending the new participant from here. So let me be back here, and ultimately I'm going to get a new participant over here. As for the type of the new participant, just gonna be like this. And overall things we've done. What is the next thing that we have to do? Handle inform others. Okay, that's great. So ultimately that particular person is already being notified. I'm looping through the array directly over here and sending the message to that particular participant. That's great. Once I have the new participant, then what? Other participant got the info about the new participant. Then what? Then I have to add the participant to the other participant section. If I go to my meeting store, in this particular section, so sorry, I have this other participant section, and for adding it to this one, sorry, other participants, set other participants. Do I have this? Set other participants. This is the section. So what do I have to pass? set other participants. For the new user, I will be able to set the participant, that's okay. But for others, I will have to just simply add the participant. So add a new participant, that's gonna be the part of other participants. So this is the one that I have to use. So add new participant, it will get the participant, new participant. Once it gets the new participant, it just simply adds that particular participant to the other participants. So this is the one that we have to use. So copy it from here, and once it is copied, go here, paste here, and just simply pass it new participant. Is there anything? First of all, I will have to get it const. Again, this is what? This is a function, nothing. So I will have to get it using a direct store. So use meeting dot get state, and what was I doing in Redux? In Redux, I was using the dispatch, but even in Redux, you can just directly use this. So I will even make a search right now. So get state is fine from the get state. And Redux, what you have to do? In Redux, you can get everything from the store directly. So at the rate store, you have to just simply get the store. Once you got the store, using the slice, you can get the particular actions. I think this is how it goes. Yeah. So use meeting, get state, and then add a participant. This is how it's gonna be going on. By the way, a quick search. How to use how to get the actions. How to get the actions in functions in when using Redux. Redux fundamentals for state actions and reducers. I don't know whether this is the right place or not. In this case, AI is gonna be the best companion here, because getting the right way. Accessing Redux state in action creator. Accessing the action creator. What should I do usually? That I created the store, I should be directly getting the store. From the store, I should be getting the slice, and using this slice, I should be getting the action. Let me see. So actions.ts increment amount, they did this. Using dispatch, definitely I can use it here, that's okay. Redux with middleware, Redux thumb. Add the Redux.js toolkit, create action. This is not what I want. There is a way, maybe I'm asking the question the wrong way. I'm not even using Redux, that's another case. But I used it earlier in the previous project. And at that time, I've been using dispatch everywhere, and that's the wrong way. So how to get actions? No, not actions. How to get a state in functions using Redux? So we can easily get the state using the store, right? How to get updated state from Redux store inside a normal function? Is that so? Inside a normal function in React component, that's what I wanted. So normally we can use selector, we can use dispatch for setting the value, for getting the value. But when it comes to a normal function, is this over? Nope. Okay, it ends here. Coming back to my main, I will do it right here as well. I already created this, but over there the things haven't been the right way. Let's simply open it. Redux, because I'm using Redux over here in this particular case. And this much should be fine. So what am I doing here? I'm using, first of all, I have my Redux store here. So this is the front end part, app, and inside this particular app I have my Redux store here. So this is the Redux store, and I have these many slices: auth, meeting, media, and all. It's just the same. I created first of all this particular thing, then I started working on the new project that I'm working, and over there I'm using different tech stacks. I'm using FullStack instead of using this Redux. But the mistake that I made here, that was if I go to app, think about it, app signaling.ts, you are handling everything there. Okay, so where is that? Let's go to the lib signaling.ts, and inside this signaling.ts, what have I been doing? I've been getting dispatch. Here we are. And what am I doing with this particular dispatch? Where am I using this? So control F. Okay, this is the first place where I'm actually using this dispatch here. And we can get the dispatch directly from the store. So how to get the dispatch directly from the store in Redux? The question should be this. How to, because if you want to change the value because in FullStack you can directly use the actions. You can use that. You don't really need to worry about it. In Redux, if you want to use the action, you need to use dispatch. And the thing is that once you have the dispatch, you can directly use the action. So how to get a